Hi there, fellow biomagneticians. I am offering for free, no charge, my services to help educate and learn and advance the Biomag healing that's Dr. Garcia, Dr. Goyes, Dr. Stone have started and is now kind of exploding on the scene to learn to self-heal and can be done remotely. So I'm founding the Biomag Academy of Spiritual Science, the B.A.S.S Manifesto, to teach all people of the world to heal all energetically. We're energetic beings. To achieve for all time the knowledge as well as to provide further updated proof of the efficacy and consistently positive results using Biomag healing protocols. So close to 3 years ago, I went and trained under Dr. Garcia. I hosted Dr. Garcia out here in California for the first ever Biomag Western States healing teachings that he did for 5 days out here in Mendocino. And those 32 people are now off doing their healing as well. So I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention here that's seeing this email video. And you already have gone through the classes or have taken the workshops. And so you're on the invitation list for the Monday night webinars I'm going to be hosting starting next week. And what we're going to be doing is advancing the healing. So we're going to be working on muscle testing to begin with, since that's the state of the art of healing, is to learn to muscle test. And then also the most up-to-date Biomag healing protocols. We're learning so much, but we're not sharing. Dr. Garcia keeps putting things out, but he advances so much it's impossible to keep up. And others have also advanced. So we want to share our information and what we're learning and how we're doing it. Also, new protocol classes training. It's going to be on Wednesday nights to bring in new people to learn, to train them how to heal biomagnetically. And then also, once they start learning the protocol, the people on the Monday nights that are already biomagneticians will be helping to train those that are coming up that I'm working with on Wednesday nights. I'll be asking those that are doing the Monday nights that have already gone through the process to help guide and be a mentor for those. All right, so the other thing that's going to be very exciting is group confirmation forum. And a group confirmation forum, one of the problems I'm seeing in Biomag healing protocols is people just don't have confidence in their muscle testing. They don't have confidence that if they put the placements on, it's going to work. They don't have confidence that their confirmations are right. And in our will, what we use our will to heal, also remotely, it's critical that we have confidence in our confirmation. So this is where group confirmation comes in. So each week we're going to have a list of others that have found I found this, I found this, I found this, and then we'll be asking those to that are not doing this session work to do group confirmations and just go through the list and just muscle test. Yes, confirm, yes, confirm, yes, confirm. Did you try looking for this? No, I didn't find this. And it'll be very quick. And if we can get 10, 20, 30 people confirming 70, 80% confidence in those confirmations, that person doing the placements is going to feel much higher confidence in what they're doing and in their muscle testing. And again, it'll exponentially accelerate the healing. So that's what I'm really excited about. All right, so Group Interchange Forum live on our Monday nights. We're sharing what we're doing. We're sharing what we're learning. We're asking questions about what we're finding, what we're doing. We're also are going to be using the protocols as far as the healing protocols go. So this Interchange Live is going to be critical. In the forum and the protocols I'm going over is Dr. Garcia's protocol, the U.S. Biomag protocol, the protocols I've developed with remote healing, and many others that we can learn, follow, and go over and over and over again. So again, we gain confidence with our healing protocols. All right, so community self-heal. Here's another one. Those that are being part of this community I'm forming now, Common Unity, are going to be helping each other, our loved ones and our families. So if someone, you or someone has some issues coming up, our group here is going to help focus, and those that have available in the time and the energy will do their own scanning and find out what they got and report back to you. Because one of the things I've found in this work here for the past few years is the hardest thing to do is heal thyself, to do placements on yourself. because there's just a lack of confidence and there's a bias. And also when you're muscle testing, there's also a bias, which, you want your child or you want your pet or whatever to heal, so you have a bias. So that's where the group confirmation comes in, because they're not biased at all. All right, so emergency group heal. Let's say somebody has an emergency. Brad, who's turned into a biomagnetician, he got a call about somebody got arsenic poisoning. He's up in the West Coast, and this was in the Midwest, and he went through all night and did his whole protocol, and the person didn't have to go to the hospital, didn't have arsenic poisoning. So he saved them from the emergency room. And also pets. I've had experiences also with a gentleman that called me up and saying something, he was dying. He felt like he was dying. He needed my help right away. And late at night, I went and did a bunch of clearing for him. And Johns Hopkins cleared that he'd been poisoned by his Russian bride and he would have died. Dr. Garcia saw him a few days later and confirmed that. I'm not a doctor. I learned from Dr. Garcia, and I learned through educating, through books, and through trial, practice, and doing it over and over again. This is where I want to help. All right, so we can do pets, Biomag pet vets needed. I'll get into that in a minute. All right, so base community funding pool. So in our group, we put in, let's say you get some services from us and referrals from us, and you get paid for it, and you want to donate a few bucks or put some money in our pooling interest fund. So those of us that are having trouble financially, those of us that need a little bit of help, they can access this community pool fund to help each other in times of need. The Biomagetician business service products, I got the Biomag helmet. I took those to the homeless, and I can't get the helmet back from them because they love it so much. The lady had ringing in her ears who got hit over her head by a tree, who's been homeless for 3 years. She doesn't have the ringing in her ears anymore. Another gentleman who had been on a meth for years hasn't had any since putting on the helmet. We're just at the very, very, very onset of this greatest healing protocol ever. The other thing we need to develop is a Biomag library and archives, and updated regularly. And then also on the Monday night webinars with the Biomageticians, we're going to have special guests. The Wednesday night is going to be for training. And I'm going to bring in people from just raw who want to learn and just take them, and people who've been trying and want to learn, that kind of thing. So that'll be on Wednesday nights. But on Monday nights, we're going to bring in, hopefully we'll get Dr. Garcia and other guests who are having success and have them share their success stories with what they're doing as well. So it'll be very dynamic. And I'll also be recording all of it. So your obligations for these services I'm offering for free at no charge is to show up. Okay, one of the problems we have with people is showing up these days. So you're going to show up regularly, engage online with other BMs. If this timing of the webinars is not conducive or convenient for you, I am recording it, but I will be sending out during the week confirmation questionnaires and other things that I will need responses from. And if I do not get responses from you, or if I do find that you're just listening and not participating, I want this to be dynamic, I want this to be active, then you will be dropped. I want this for active participants of Biomageticians. So also sharing your thoughts and the group healing, group confirmations, contribute what we can. So this is what I've set up. I want to help you set up your business as well. I was in marketing and business for 20 years on Wall Street. I can help you set up businesses. So this is the way I'm setting it up. B.A.S.S online, weekly schedule on Zoom, no charge, Monday night, 6 p.m. Those are for ones who have taken the workshops, taken Dr. Garcia's Biomag workshops, and also has gotten the Biomag online. Spelled right, Amy. And then Wednesday is for all who want to learn. So just kind of a training, teach in, and then I'll advance them. And then, as I said, I'll ask people in the Monday nights sessions to help guide and mentor those that are learning and bring it up through the system. All right, so spiritual science. This is the next level. Mind, body, spirit. Thinking, feeling, willing. We're energetic beings having a physical experience, yet we do not deal with energy. Dr. Garcia's gotten into emotional healing, and he's got over 130 emotions that he scans for. But he also does spiritual clearing, which I've spoken to him about, but he doesn't teach that. And so there's really important that we understand that spiritual teaching, spiritual science is part of the advancement of world healing that's going to be happening, and we're bringing it to you right now. And I highly, highly recommend this book on spiritual medicine by Dr. Ari Thorson, and also Spirit Science of Art Healing as well. And this book, Vibrational Medicine, is a must-read. I'm requiring everybody to have read or read this vibrational medicine book by Dr. Gerber. Critical information. It's a great book. And then also Dr. Garcia's, if you can afford it. And also this Polarity Therapy by Dr. Stone. This is on PDF, which I'll make available as well. So here's the necessary sites for the Biomagetician, Dr. Garcia's site, US Biomag, my site, biomaghealer.com. There's also the biomagneticguide.com, which is awesome. It's $75 a year online, but Dr. Garcia cautions the placements they show are not always accurate. So you need to muscle test. And then the books I just covered. And then, so this is what we'll be going through. Spiritual science and clearing. Also, we get into past life regressions. I use aura clearing in my spiritual science. Let me show you that. And this is a chart I use to clear spiritual entities, past life regressions, those kind of things as we're being affected. Again, spiritual beings having a physical experience or energy fields. So these are our auras. So I go through the different levels of auras and do some biofield tuning. I use biofield tuning forks on the chakras as well. So this is I do on my third session. I do energy spiritual clearing, and I can find out past life regression starting from the inside out or the outside in, which I'll share on my Monday night webinars. And again, we as biomagneticians have just begun to enter into this field of ultimate healing, whole healing of the entire mind, body, and spirit. So these charts are very helpful for the scanning. And the last part of the session work will be on detoxing, terrain clearing. We know that terrain is causing all the issues we have. It's not catching colds from another and that kind of thing. And we've also been implanted with chips, as I cover extensively in my books on geoengineering using smart dust, and also being put into our food supplies and our water supplies. So we're doing a heavy clearing of the terrain, and I do a scanning of the terrain to find, and then also implants. And if you muscle test, most of you will find that you have an MP3 plant behind your left ear, yes or no, muscle test, and an MP4 plant behind at the base of at the top of your skull, base of your skull, where your spine meets, in the amygdala, at the base of the skull, you'll find an MP4 plant. And so we're clearing those, and my Biomag healing helmet helps with that as well. So we'll be covering that. But the terrain clearing is critical. And another issue besides the terrain is being isolated and being in our homes, as they're going to do these 15-minute cities. We're going to be locked down and not going anywhere. So remote healing will become critical. And you'll become very, very valuable in your communities. And lastly, I developed, thanks to Daniel, this coding system that I use on a regular basis. That I put Dr. Garcia's and other placements into a group, and I muscle tested and put a code to it. So heavy metal detox, mold, insomnia, fatigue, all these issues, children. And I've had success, especially with the insomnia. It's provable. Fatigue, it's provable. Mold is another massive issue, which I get into, a mold protocol that Dr. Garcia has as well, vaccine injuries as well. But these codes is another advancement. And I also want to get into the possibilities of group healing, where we can target groups or areas and use coding to target that as well. But I'd like to see that all of us learn this protocol that Dr. Garcia has developed. And with this great mind that he's put together and all this great effort he's put together, it is incumbent on us to learn what he's taught and to share and to advance. He takes time out of his incredibly busy day to put on these workshops to train laymen like you and me to learn how to do this, so we can honor him and Dr. Goyes and all the before us in taking the art of biomag healing to the next level. So this is my lastly website, biomaghealer.org. And I got my free book in here, but on the right side here, this is another thing that's huge that Dr. Garcia's friend in Colombia developed, was a system for vortex water and also for the gardens for healing, for Biomag agriculture. And I've got a farm, and I've been using magnetite and magnets in the garden, getting phenomenal results that I can prove and I can show and I can repeat. So the benefits of magnetized water on crops. So I can show you how to make your own Biomag sleeves for your water faucets to do this. And also, these are the treatments using magnets for wheat energetically. Here's some of the herb I grew with biomagnetism. No, just kidding. Also, I'm putting magnets in the ground in the right directions as well. But this is more faster, better, stronger super gardens. And with COVID being put into the food supplies now and into our meats, it is critical that we deactivate and also use magnets in the soil in our growing mediums so that we can all grow healthier, better, real wholesome foods. I mean, they're bioengineering foods now, so this becomes critical. So I'll share all that on my Monday night sessions as well. So the goal is to advance the heart as well, but advance the knowledge and the base and the library for overall biomagnetic healing. A whole new living, healing language, a spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical facilitator of the individual, a group of individuals targeted to heal. They employ all their personal astral and etheric planes to connect to source for guidance and confirmation. The Biomagetician is not concerned with outcome, only improving methodology of success for each individual over time. The BM never gives the power to heal from the one in need. And this is what I want to also develop, and this is why I'm offering it for free. When I offer my services now, I say, look, if it works, you can pay me, and if you don't get results, you don't. And this is the way the ancient Chinese used to do it as well. The doctors were paid when people were healthy, and they didn't get paid, and the doctor had to heal them if they got sick. So what's the motivation? Here in the Western world, the motivation is profit first and always. It's what they can get away with. In Wall Street, when I worked in Wall Street, don't ask permission, ask forgiveness. And that's the mantra being put on today. So beginning Monday, which will be the 15th, I believe. Oh, and I wanted to add one last critical thing that we'll be going over from Dr. Garcia's Biomag scan sheet, this tumor phenomenon. He's healing people of cancer with using this protocol, which we're going to go over deeply as well, because I found it successful as well. And this, you need to have his guide to go with this, which most people don't have, I don't think. And this is his pathogen spreadsheet, if you can see down here in the bottom. The virus, parasite, fungus, and bacteria pathogens. And Dr. Garcia has done incredible work here. And this is just on the viruses alone. And he's got over 300 placements here on the viruses, maybe. Right? Bacteria, he's got another 500, 600, 700. How many on this one? You know, just incredible work he's done here. Parasites, hundreds. So you do the muscle scanning to do it, and I'll go over the whole cancer protocol with you as well about how to go through the process. So if I found Sjogren, which I was just doing with a pet, found the tumor phenomenon, I'd go through and find the virus, and virus placements under Dr. Garcia's pathogen sheet I just showed you. All right. So again, this is the first round. I'm offering the invitations out to the biomagneticians who have either taken Dr. Garcia's courses, has the online course, has taken the workshops from me or other biomagneticians, and so you're qualified to be a little more advanced in the healing protocols, and that's what I'm planning on Monday, and then Wednesday will be a training and learning. And I do have experience. I have testimonials, and this is my Biomag Healer website covering this, the poison to death Michael that recovered, and just going through the general basics. Also do it yourself. We're going to be going over products, how you can make your own products for your water pipes. Again, you can be selling this stuff, and then here's Super Ag showing how we can grow superfoods. And this is the Biomag helmet I designed based on Dr. Garcia's trauma brain. Here's the coating. Horse blankets. We're having a lot of success. Biomag Pet Vet. A whole world is ready for Biomag Pet Vet to get started with. It works. It works really well. Dr. Briner doing it with teeth, using teeth. Behind every teeth is a person doing incredible advancements with Biomag healing with teeth. Trauma brain injury, Dr. Garcia's So we go through it all. So hopefully you can join us on Monday nights. Send me an email. And again, it's going to be consistent. I need your participation, not just your observations, because this is going to be dynamic and it's going to be participatory. And if you can participate, then please sign up. If you don't think you're going to have the time, energy, or it doesn't work for you, just please don't respond. But this is going out to the biomagneticians who have, as I said, who've already been doing this for a while or want to learn more. And then on Wednesday nights will be a beginning classes, and then we'll integrate those as we move forward. But Monday nights, if you can join us, please shoot me back an email, or if you want to give me a call, I just have my phone number on here. I have any questions, or write me at biomaghealer@gmail.com if you're interested in sending you a Zoom invite. Okay? Let's heal the world, folks. One by one by one. We're the future of healing, and let's grow this into a huge, huge opportunity for all. Peace and love. Tag. You're it.